Raider Nation, what's going on? We got some breaking news here. The Las Vegas Raiders have signed cornerback David Long Jr. And today's show is presented by Kanzuri. 15% off. Use promo code CHAT at kanzuri.com/chat. If any guys out there need an extra inch or two, maybe 2.5, these shoes, they're going to help you do that. So as soon as I saw the Raiders make this move, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was like, wait a minute. The linebacker, didn't he already sign? And then I actually quickly realized that this was David Long Jr., the defensive back. And this has actually been a dude that I've brought up, I would say, during some mailbags a month ago, I would say, around a cheap player to keep in mind that could fit with this team. And I said that because I knew that he's a good press corner. And I watched a lot of tape of him when he was coming out of Michigan. And I thought that he was going to be a much better player in the NFL than what he's been so far with the Rams. But I also know this. Tyler Hall was a very under-the-radar type of guy. Signs with the Raiders, ends up being a good fit. The fact that he was a good fit, I do think that there's something in the back of their mind where they're like, okay, we watched the tape of him. This was a player that we liked coming out of college, and now we're going to end up bringing him in. Depending on how you use him is where he's going to have success. If you watch a lot of the defense that the Rams run, it's soft zone coverage. If you put him in these soft zone coverages, he's going to struggle. If you allow him to get up to the line of scrimmage, and he's allowed to get physical because that's what he is. He is a physical press man corner, which Graham runs a lot. You let him do that, and I promise you this is going to be a good signing. The other thing that I like about him, he can run routes really well. Not all cornerbacks can. You can be an athlete, but for you to be able to see the route, diagnose it, and run it correctly, that's a trait that I like a lot. And yes, he is undersized for an outside corner. 5'11", 196 pounds. Started 4 games last season for the Rams. 21 tackles, 1 PBU, 0 interceptions. Before I give my grade, I want you to get those red pens out. Let me know down in the comment section right now. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. Grade the signing of David Long. Give me an A, give me a B, C, D, or is it an F? You know what? I'm going to go out here on a little bit of a limb. I know some people are like, Mitch, remember, we're always staying positive. I see that there's a lot of people that are a little wishy-washy on this move. Depending on what the price tag is, if he gets a deal that's under $2.5 million, I'm going to give it an A grade because to me, this is actually a very good signing for the Raiders, and I'm bringing out the turnover chain. I like David Long's game, but I also like it because it is going to be a good fit with Patrick Graham. Hell, if the season were to start today, you might actually see him be the starter out there in the secondary with the cornerback room. I do still think that this team needs to add another maybe veteran corner. You still have to add another cornerback absolutely in the draft. But what the Raiders are doing here is they're building a lot of depth. One of the things that Josh McDaniels talked about last offseason was building the extra depth with the cornerback room. David Long's not going to be somebody who blows the doors off right away. But the more and more reps he gets, like as it stands right now that I don't know what his contract is, I'll probably give it a B. If it's under $2.5 million, though, he's going to prove to you that this is a good signing. And I promise you when I say that. Today's show is presented by Kanzuri. We got a brand new sponsor, and I'll tell you what, if you're trying to elevate your shoe game, these guys are going to help you elevate and improve your shoe game. Go to kanzuri.com/chat. 15% off. Listen up, fellas. Are you tired of feeling insecure about your height? Kanzuri makes shoes that can add up to 2.8 inches to your height discreetly. Women get heels, makeup, and push-up bras. Why can't men get a confidence boost too? We're all the same height laying down anyway, if you know what I mean. Kanzuri shoes are not only height boosting, but also stylish and comfortable. They're not grandpa's Velcro shoes, but fashionable shoes that can receive compliments even without the height increase. The height insoles are integrated into the shoes, making it the ultimate height hack. For a limited time, listen up, Kanzuri is offering our viewers an exclusive discount of 15% on top of their 30% site-wide discount. Use code CHAT at kanzuri.com/chat to get your 45% off. Don't wait any longer. Upgrade your shoe game and confidence now at kanzuri.com/chat. When I want to get high, I put on a pair of Kanzuris. The link's going to be available for you guys in the comments and in the description of today's show. I'll be real. I think even if I was rocking this chain and I'm hanging out with people, I think these shoes would even elevate that game even a little bit more. Now, David Long, what type of player are the Raiders going to be getting in him? I already told you, he's a good press man corner. And sometimes, I'd be real with you, I fall in love with players who I liked a lot coming out of college, and then when they end up coming to the Raiders, I wonder, okay, I liked his tape in college, maybe I wasn't the right fit with the Rams, which is what I think it was. If the season were to start today, I believe this is what the Raiders' cornerback depth chart would look like. We got rid of Rock Ya-Sin, and just so y'all know, this signing does not mean that Rock is not going to end up coming back. Like, there's still a chance, there's still mutual interest that ends up going down. David Long rejoins his old buddy, Tyler Hall, but you have Amik Robertson, who I like. The Raiders, they re-signed Brandon Faison. There's also some young players down below, like a Ike Brown, like a Sam Webb, like a Bryce Cosby. And then if you can add another 2 cornerbacks, this is going to be a pretty deep cornerback room. So with David Long coming over to the Raiders, some of the numbers that he was able to put up at Michigan, the thing that I loved when he was first coming out of school, young player, very athletic, but it was the numbers. I know we got some PFF numbers in a photo that I want to be able to show you guys, because when he first came out of school, he put up some pretty staggering numbers overall. You look at his 2022 PFF grades. It was a 53.6 overall grade. A run defense grade of 46.2. He did not calculate any numbers last season on pass rush. The coverage grade, 54.2. But I'm telling you right now, it's because they played too soft of zone coverage. If you let him get close, you're going to be a good player. Look at these numbers when he was first coming out of college. Draft-eligible cornerbacks, minimum of 250 coverage snaps. This is, again, a few years ago coming out of school, but I liked him a lot. 29%, lowest reception rate. When he was a Wolverine, he didn't get tested often, and the reason, because he didn't get beat too often. So realistically, if you can go into the season, and let's say he's your 3rd, 4th best outside corner, that's actually pretty damn good depth, if I do say so myself. Now, maybe some of y'all follow me on Twitter. Maybe some of you guys follow me on Instagram. I posted about this signing, I'd say now close to an hour ago, but that's my job. I am a little bit ticked off that it happened early in the morning. This is just real talk behind the scenes. I'm literally scrubbing my hair in the shower. My phone starts buzzing like crazy. Alex comes in and she goes, hey, they signed some guy named David Long Jr. I tell everyone here at Chat Sports, hey, we got to get live. We got to come into the studio. Shout out to Chugs for literally pinching it off. Yeah, I was going to say it, but he said it in my ear. Also, we might be going live later today on Locals. It just depends how crazy today's show actually gets. So again, my job here as the Raiders Report host is to not only have a good time with y'all, to not only interact with the best fans in all sports, it's to show you that I have that commitment to excellence. It's to show you that, yeah, I do take a lot of pride in what I do. And when I see a player that the Raiders add that I get excited about, I'm going to go live, and I'm going to celebrate the hell out of this. So if you're watching this live, I hope you guys are ready to party. I know it's early. Good morning to everyone out there. But, hey, if you watch this at a little bit of a later time, you're on the West Coast, you wake up, there's a chance that we might still be live. So with the Raiders making this move, again, I don't want anybody to think that the Rock Ya-Sin move is not going to or is impossible. Also important things to note, Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels are at the Ohio State Pro Day today. 14 players. They're going to be scouting a lot of talent. 5 coaching and staffers included in that as well with Ohio State. If you haven't already, please take a second. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure those notifications are turned on, because this is the time of the year that it gets wild. This is the time of the year that it gets a little bit crazy, and, it gets crazy for you. My entire day today, what I was going to do today was I got a video that was going to go out bright and early. That now gets pushed back. I was going to do a mock draft. Guess what? That ends up getting pushed back as well. My day changes, and your day can change as well. I want you to join the Raiders Report, and I want you to hang out with everything that we do around here on this show. So one more time off the top. The Las Vegas Raiders, they signed David Long Jr., not the linebacker, but the cornerback. And I do think this is a good move. I think it's going to be a good fit with Patrick Graham. And I do think Raider fans come, we'll say preseason, maybe even training camp, the hype's going to start going. And I know that fans are going to like him because of his physicality and what he's going to bring to the table. Shout out to David Long. Welcome to Raider Nation. And if you're watching this live, spam party if you're ready to party.